Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we've landed on everyone's favorite baby Murloc, Murky. As of right now, he has a 50.32% win rate, a popularity of 4.18%, and a ban rate of only 0.73. That win rate is actually kind of surprising to me. He's sitting in a pretty good spot. A lot of the builds that I have seen people playing for Murky start the game off with this talent, a fishy deal. This allows you to get bribe stacks whenever you kill something with your pufferfish, which is your W ability. Where is it? This ability right here. And I found this to be the most frustrating part of playing Murky. I felt like my pufferfish were always attacked immediately. It didn't matter what was going on. It didn't matter if I took this other talent that gives it some spell armor to help keep it alive. I was just frustrated. Nothing was going the way I wanted it to. So that's when I made a change, and it was a change that I have thoroughly enjoyed. I think I've come across a really special build for Murky in an attempt to avoid a playstyle that I wasn't enjoying at all. Today's been a very long day. It's 1:06 in the morning. I think I've been working since about noon. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the video, and a special thank you to our channel members who are financially supporting this channel with a little bit every month, because January ad revenue is a terrifying time of the year. Hey, you know what? I enjoyed my time on Murky so much. Let me do this. Boom. Upgraded our taunt. Maybe we could bait someone into a greed kill with that now. Hope you guys enjoy the game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I find ourselves on the Towers of Doom today. The friendly team, Murky, Tracer, Nazebo, Trunda, and Kira. The enemy team, Brightwing, Greymane, Gul'dan, Medivh, and Alarak. Alarak in particular can be a devastating opponent to go up against, and wouldn't you know, in all of my practice matches on Murky, I've run into every Alarak player under the sun today. That's pretty enjoyable. At level 1, we're going to go for some pretty weird talents here today. Everything that I saw listed on Hero's profile, I'm basically using as a guidance to not take talents. I was playing the pufferfish build and was just super frustrated. And I mean, the Q build, it's okay, but it doesn't compare to this. We're gonna take Egg Hunt, and we're gonna start our game by immediately just laying a bunch of fucking eggs down and starting the mind games with this enemy team. Now that they know there are fake eggs, will they attack this egg? If they do attack any of my fake eggs, they are going to take some poison damage. So this isn't just for the memes. This is basically setting landmines up around the map for the enemy team to interact with. These also effectively count as wards too. So as I move to the bottom lane, we can put one in this bush and I'll be able to tell right away if someone is flanking on me. Our Q ability is Slime. This does AoE damage around our character, a small amount, leaves a debuff on a target. And if we hit them with another slime, then the second follow-up slime will deal critical damage. Our W ability is the pufferfish. I know a lot of people really like this ability. It was just really frustrating me trying to play a whole build centered around it. So I'm not going to. Let's put my real egg down here. Let's put the fake egg like right here, just so we can see what's going on in this whole area. And that is our limit. We can have 3 fake eggs down on the map at any given time. So I try to use these to give myself as much vision of what's going on around me as humanly possible. Murky himself does not count as a normal hero. In fact, you may have noticed we only have 790 HP at level 2. That's pretty low. Murky instead, bro, did you just walk in? Look at that confidence. He didn't give a fuck. He did that and then walked away. Oh, see, this is the problem. Everyone knows how to stop a bribe Murky. Everybody knows. You just kill the pufferfish. You just hit the pufferfish a couple times, and then there's no more problem at all. So, like, actually using this ability was goddamn near impossible. I was not getting any stacks ever, and it was just leading to me wanting to do literally anything else, and that's how we got here. Anyway, if we die, we only count as a quarter kill, so death is not that big of a deal on Murky. And even without that pufferfish to give us bribe stacks, I mean, most things on the map can just be taken, right? Like this, just move and you'll avoid the damage. Our slime hits most enemies. Yeah, it's not instantaneous, but we're still a pretty competent Murk taker, I would say. If we throw down one pufferfish here, that should end it. Oh, this is going to be satisfying. At level 4, I did go for living the dream. Every 15 seconds we are alive, we're going to gain small amounts of spell power. Eventually, the goal is that this will add up to be something really meaningful. Looks like Alarak found one of our fake eggs. So let's just move back in here and put another... Oh, not doing that. Not doing that. Let's move away. He was setting up for his combo. I don't want that. We're going to put another egg down right here. Nazebo moving down to reinforce us. So let me move into Alarak and try to deal some damage here. Looks like he has spotted my other egg, which is probably good for me. That means if I can get them to notice that I have a bunch of fake eggs down, the odds of them actually attacking our real egg just plummet. If they get used to seeing eggs all over the place, then we're basically hiding our real egg in plain sight, which is really cool. I really like that idea. Very seldomly in MOBAs do you find a character that uses deception as one of their main traits. And I feel like that's exactly what we're doing today. We have the lasso on Greymane. I hit him with a bunch of slimes as well. Didn't get the pufferfish down quite in time to follow up with that kill, however. We did see Alarak rotate away, which means bottom lane is something that we can push yet again. And that quest completion sound that you heard just meant that I was alive long enough to get my full spell power bonuses. With that, we can almost one-shot an entire minion wave. Looks like Greymane or Alarak and Gul'dan rotating down to us at the moment. If they're running together, that means they're not soaking top. Maybe we can move in here and help with Medivh. He's protected, by the way, but for how long? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wow, Alarak didn't actually go for me. That's pretty surprising. I'm staying next to Tyrande. If she heals me, I'll be totally fine, and we did get a single heal there. Now, at level 7, this is where the fun really starts to begin. Slippery when wet reduces the cooldown of our safety bubble, which we're using to become immune to damage and slip away from things. Now we get a lowered cooldown and a massive increase to our movement speed when this spell is active as well. Meaning any type of situation we find ourselves in that we want to leave rapidly, we can absolutely do that. I'm going to put a fake egg right on the point, see if they take the bait for it at all. Real egg is going to go back here in this little nook. And let's put another fake egg right over here. Maybe I can kite someone into that. Maybe they'll think it's the real deal. So this is something I have to manage because when we die, we actually respawn at our egg location, the real egg location, and not back at the base, unless we have a real complete death, which, you know, I hope to avoid as much as possible. Didn't quite get my safety bubble off in time there, and unfortunately Tyrande was taken down, but we are back on the map. Remember, our spell damage has been reduced because we were defeated, but I'll just immediately start to pummel Medivh here, try to force him back. Brightwing not teleporting out today, and Medivh shifts into that bird form high above the battlefield. Meanwhile, every 15 seconds, I'm gaining another 5 spell power, meaning we're gradually gaining power back up to the point that we were at before. This build does have a pretty good progression to it, although it does play like a bit of a jack of all trades. You can certainly make Murky a lot more direct with like pufferfish damage, a lot more direct with slime damage. We're kind of increasing the damage of everything with our Living the Dream talent. Now at level 10, we're going to go for March of the Murlocs. If I sit still versus this team, I'm simply going to die. So it doesn't seem like Octograb is a great choice for me at the moment. Also, let's remember the enemy team has Medivh. So if they want to be protected and totally nullify the damage of someone stuck in the Octograb, they can absolutely do that. However, if I spread my damage around to everyone relatively evenly, then that's going to be a lot more difficult for them to deal with. Or at least that's the intention. That's the goal. I'm going to rotate middle to make sure we're still soaking this. Does look like there's a very big push heading to bottom lane. I don't think I can win this fight in any capacity, but I can at least give him a little bit of a hard time. What do you mean he didn't kill the pufferfish? Everyone always kills the pufferfish. Fuck. All right, that's okay. We're respawning. Is he a drain life build? He is. So me 1v1ing him is probably never going to be a good idea. The next objective is starting, and I'm kind of late to this one. I should have been there already to set up my eggs and make sure that I was prepared for the inevitable team fight that's about to happen. Let's put a fake egg here. In fact, I don't think I even have time to do that. We might just be pushed off this objective entirely. With Nazebo down, we do have split deaths at the moment, so taking this at all is going to be pretty challenging. And the enemy team doesn't interrupt me. We actually steal it. Let's march of the Murlocs right in their direction. If they want to keep pushing in, they certainly can. We actually have a ton of damage onto the enemy team's Brightwing at the moment, and our Tyrande is healing me for a ton. We managed to take down the enemy team's healer, and hopefully she is able to get away. Now we respawn back at the bottom of the map and immediately start soaking again, just pushing out this bottom wave as best as we can. The biggest downside to March of the Murlocs is its incredibly long cooldown. We're looking at 110 seconds to have some tiny Murlocs walking towards someone. And it does hit a pretty big area, but it's not like it's that hard to dodge it. You just kind of walk out of it. If you are hit by March of the Murlocs, you are going to be slowed. So, I mean, it does kind of cascade. If things start to go bad for a player, they can go really bad for a player. Now we're going to pick up Fish Tank. This is going to allow us to heal for any of the damage that we deal. Like on that minion wave there. Boom! Back up to 100% HP because of a single pufferfish. You love to see that. And we're only getting better at that because our spell power is increasing, you know, up to a cap whenever we stay alive. So there's a direct synergy between these two. We heal for more damage and we deal more damage with our talent choices. Next objective's coming up pretty fast. We actually already have eggs in pretty good spots, but Greymane's down there trying to clear some of them out. Living the Dream just finished. 15 seconds on my big ult. Let's see if we can move in and try to help a little bit. Medivh jumping back here. I'm gonna have to bubble really early. That pufferfish looks like it dealt some damage though. We see Gul'dan really low on health in the back, but his drain life is going to out heal me. March of the Murlocs to zone back this enemy team. We see Brightwing moving to the bottom here. We throw a pufferfish down towards them. Is this going to be enough? No, it's not. Oh, very close though. Very, very close. While we were pushing the enemy team away, the friendly team grabs both objectives, hitting the enemy team's base. Or at least I think they got both of them. Alarak with a big silence on me and then is going to hit me with his counter-strike. We have our first real death in the books now. We're at 1.25 deaths. Again, not that big of a deal on Medivh, but this enemy team getting not that big of a deal on Murky, but this enemy team getting completely taken out of the game at the moment. Nicely done, Kira, keeping him out of that bird form. Good job, guys. Team is pinging that they want a boss. I'm down if they're down. If we're going to head up there, though, it's going to be kind of sketchy. I'm going to put real egg here. Fake egg here. Throw out a pufferfish to help out. We don't even have Tyrande. This is kind of sketchy. I can actually kind of tank this. We do enough damage that I can just kind of make up for every bit of damage we're taking with a little bit of slime. I'm going to put a fake egg over here as well, but it looks like we have secured it. 3 members of the enemy team in the middle lane means there's no one to stop us. The pufferfish goes off, meaning that we're pushing top lane in. I'm going to grab this Merc camp up here really fast as well. Now at level 16, this is where we start to dip into a little bit of the slime talents. We're going to take toxic buildup. Every time we auto attack, after a few consecutive auto attacks, we will slime our enemies. Unfortunately, our team died at a very bad time. Right as the objective is coming up, this enemy team's going to be able to get back in this game a little bit here. Maybe I can 1v1 someone. Maybe I can beat them on this rotation. They don't seem to be paying attention to this very much just yet. Maybe Medivh just got wind that I'm over here. He's able to cover a lot of ground with his portal, but everyone over on the other side means I sniped this one from right under their noses. That feels pretty good. I don't think Nazebo was able to actually intercept them. They did manage to get the objective. I'm kind of flanking behind Greymane at the moment, but I'm not feeling too good about my positioning. Brightwing is very close to my real egg, but because we have so many eggs on the map, they didn't even see it. They've become blind to the eggs. They don't know which one's the real. Let's replace the fake one really fast. I'm going to rotate up to the top lane, and if I can, I'm going to have to wait for a minion wave. Let's get everybody in the pufferfish. Hit him with one slime. That should do it. And we will take their top building away from them. The friendly team focusing on retaking middle right now, so we should be back in this game as far as buildings go. Bottom lane is also super duper weak. Let's not forget about that. I'm going to double soak middle right now and try to push that in. There is another team fight happening. Gul'dan very far on the back line. Tracer going into a space between time to rewind back. I'm pretty close. I'm almost here. Hey, oh God, that would, ooh, walked right into a counter-strike. No, thank you. Luckily, our bubble was able to keep us safe there. I could ult this if I really want to, but I don't. But here we go. I'm doing it. We do have some Murlocs out here on the enemy team's Gul'dan. Unfortunately, I was taken down, and I'm going to be on the other side of the map because I did not prepare my eggs properly. Brightwing taking a ton of damage is going to teleport away back to her team. We can clear out middle as we're rotating back down. This is a 3v4, and I don't have my ultimate, but we might be able to do a little something here. Actually, Greymane looking at me. If I can get some help from the Zebo, I don't know. This kind of looks like it might be too far gone. We did interrupt one time, but that counter-strike hitting several members of our friendly team there. And they're all we got, unfortunately. Nazebo is doing some work on the point, delaying as best as he can. The Gargantuan out dealing damage as well. But ultimately, we were overrun. He did do a great job there, though. Better than I expected that to go, that's for sure. I'm just going to swap into the middle lane, try to push this in really fast. And, I mean, we still have top. That's pretty good. We're going to lose bottom right now. No point in going down there. I can't stop it even if I tried. So let's keep up the pressure here in the middle lane. One more pufferfish out. We have 5% spell power built back up. And, woo. But I saw you. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. The enemy team did retake bottom. Tracer died down there as well as Kira, just overstaying their welcome while they're outnumbered. You kind of hate to see it. 4 members of the enemy team still pushing the bottom lane here. We do have a very weak bottom building on the enemy side there. We did a good job of getting it weak and then leaving it. I'm going to take some damage, fly back here, grab my sippy cup, and then maybe think about continuing this engagement onto Gul'dan, but that's not looking very good either. Level 20 is almost here, and the enemy team is moving in for more territory. I'm going to march to the Murlocs this relatively early. I want to dissuade them from moving in as much as possible. Even if I die, even if we lose this, that's fine. I mean, I just used a cooldown. That's not a big deal. And I can res super duper easy. Rite of Rakshir's been placed on me. We got a kill on Gul'dan with our ultimate. You love to see it. The objective is coming up down to the bottom lane, though, and no one is there at all. I'm going to leave my egg right here and just walk on over. Alarak already on the objective. We're gonna have to do something stupid, I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. I wasn't ready for that damage. And we have Rite of Rakshir on us. That's kind of scary. I'm gonna pick up Big Tuna Kahuna. Now we have finally become a real character. Now we have the HP to really get into these fights and be disruptive. We're at 3,000 right now. Remember, every time we deal damage, we heal. We can set up March of the Murlocs to just chase after enemies and I think heal up from the damage being dealt. The enemy team's Medivh moving forward. We do hit him with one slime. I'm going to throw a pufferfish back here just to zone these guys out a little bit. Boss is back up again if we need it. Both teams are currently fighting for level 20. I don't think anyone's going to be going for that anytime soon. I am going to set up a fake pufferfish over here and probably a fake, you know what I meant, fake egg over there. Ooh, almost a phenomenal stun on the enemy team's Alarak. The friendly team does retake our bottom building, so we are back in this as far as siege goes. In fact, we're ahead of the enemy team at the moment. Looks like this team fight is starting to erupt. Alarak just used all of his defensive abilities, though, and he is going to be punished for it. Gul'dan now trying to find a way out of here. Could call upon Medivh for that. We see a big silence from Kira, stopping them from leaving, but Gul'dan does have the demonic circle. Now, instead of chasing after this anymore, I'm going to focus on getting this objective before, or this Merc camp before the objective is active. We see our Nazebo doing the right thing as well, moving down to the lane to push that building before this objective becomes active. Okay, so this will be a kill. We get this, rotate up to our team, and fight over this objective. We could get 10 points of damage on the enemy team's core here if we do this right. If we are quick. My egg's very far away. I'm not super worried about it. I'm going to go immune to damage here. Ooh, I'm very worried about it now. I'm very worried about it now. Here on the back. Holy shit, I shouldn't have done that. Big Tuna Kahuna increases our respawn time, so we're going to be dead for longer. Brightwing actually making Kira's engage so much better, blinking to a friendly teammate to try to get to safety, but actually putting Kira right where she wants to be, able to silence an entire team. That is awesome. I'm going to march with the Murlocs right here. Wait a minute. Did my Merc camp get into the core? It did. It did! We're about to win the game! You love to see it. You love to see it. So yeah, this is the Murky build I've been playing because the normal Murky build was just kind of frustrating me. The bribe start into a pufferfish build, man, that is just not for me. And you would really think it was because it's all about taking mercenary camps. This gives you the jack of all trades reliability that Murky needs to be effective at every aspect of the match, and not just sieging, not just team fighting. He can do it all. Oh, that was a nice message. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. We do see our talents for this game are Egg Hunt, Living the Dream, Slippery When Wet, March of the Murlocs, Fish Tank, Toxic Buildup, and Big Tuna Kahuna. I know it's not a very ordinary setup, but for me and my play style, this has been working very, very well. We ended up with 84,000 Siege, 34,000 Hero, and 8,365 Self-Healing. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye.